Like normally, for example, the Super Mario Brothers 3 game itself only has 8 card patterns, but in here they're completely random, as an example. And you get different items than what you see on the screen as well. So literally everything is that you can randomize is randomized here. And we are underway, and we're getting a vanilla 1-1, in a sense.
That's kind of strange to see here.
Yeah, that, like, I don't know if I should say Fred or what I should say in regards to that. Now, of course, we're getting fire bars in there. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, I'd say we've somehow entered Freeze Flame Galaxy because Ice World, hot enemies.
Oh, yes. You know, I, for one, approve of our fiery new overlords. Oh, and I think that's a beta level we have on the right here on TheAlanHeffley's side. I don't remember the giant turtles being in here, but yeah, that is a beta level, I believe.
That it is. I want to say this is kind of inspired by 3.9 beta, at least based off of the multiple pipes going down and heading to the bottom right to finish.
I agree.
But, you know, Alan's able to make do with it. Zodiac currently following along, trying to minimize lag because that's a lot of sprites to deal with.
He's also seeming to have some difficulty trying to get in the pipe here. But he got hit.
And so did TheAlanHeffley, encountering Fire Bros in a nasty configuration.
And as you can see, we are now in the what is normally the final set of tanks. So we went from the first stage to the second to last stage in the blink of an eye. As you see, we're not auto-scrolling on this. Auto-scroll is turned off for almost every level in the game. There's only 2 levels in the game that will be still auto-scrolling, either because they have to in order to work, or they just, you know, it's a stage we couldn't do anything about for example. And the 2 stages are stage 5-9, the regular 5-9. If it was not auto-scrolling, the platforms would probably not work correctly. And there's a beta level that also auto-scrolls in a very, very weird way.
Speaking of auto-scrollers in weird ways, zodiacdredd took the other path, entered 7-4 Electro Junction, now just left it. That one is strange in that it goes right, up right, down right, then right. Alan, meanwhile, has found 7-6, wishes he had a mushroom, and simultaneous a fire chomp.
Oof. And looks like TheAlanHeffley Fire Brothers round 2 got through. So moving to just punch some blocks now. Zodiac gets his item from the Toad House, and looks like it was a leaf that he picked up from there.
So yeah, the Toad House had the mushroom, the Hammer Bros Toad House had the leaf, Hammer Bros had the mushroom. TheAlanHeffley either does not know or choosing not to go for the 7-6 skip, has to climb up the hard way.
Yeah, I thought this... Okay, I'm getting my stages mixed up then. I guess this is 7-6. I know a 7-1 is where I've seen this skip used. I don't recall it on this stage, but I'm sure it is in there.
Same concept, just a different starting screen, really. You just need to be big.
Now, he may not have had the mushroom on standby. It is still early, so you wouldn't have a lot of items yet in your inventory.
That part is true. First attempt, Alan did not have any power-ups. Second attempt, Alan just went straight in. And, oh my gosh, what's with all these fire enemies in Iceland?
I have no comment. That is very, very... Maybe we are in Freeze Flame Galaxy. Who knows?
Shoutouts to Super Mario Bros. 3 mix from AGDQ 2019, I guess?
Yeah, I noticed that was run there. I still have to go back and watch that, actually. I've played that game before.
And TheAlanHeffley taking the safety 1-ups. Go ahead.
Yep, first one to get through, and gets the... Unfortunately, the safety 1-ups, as you refer them, do take extra time to go through on the But so it does a little bit of time lost. But given the torture we've been going through so far, I don't blame him for taking it this early.
Well, that and Alan did have 2 spare lives prior, now with 7. Every little bit helps, especially since, you know, as you said, we have not had the friendliest set of stages. 2-5 kinda on the friendly side.
Okay, Zodiac gets through the pipe maze and is also out of that stage. And TheAlanHeffley is in a beta level, I believe.
Yeah, I call this 7-1 beta, but it's a very, very beta. It's a very short waterfall, no enemies, it's a gimme.
Yeah, it's figure out how to swim up water, learn how to swim type of level. And he goes over the map and over the pipe. Take 2 comes through and exits, and looking at the pipes, it looks like it is based on one of the levels that ends with that. So yeah, probably based on 7-1 or... yeah, more likely 7-1 rather than 7-6.
And, well, we're getting our military stages covered right away. We had super tanks already, now we have the Air Force.
Stand up, stand attention, Soldier Mole.
Sir, yes, sir!
Drop and give me 20 wrenches.
Yes, 1! Hey, I got him!
Got him! Good job, sir.
Sir, thank you, sir.
And the Sons Brothers also got him. And oh, it's a water. Didn't even catch that before. It's a water that zodiacdredd is fighting in here, but he does get through it. Small in water is no picnic, that's for sure. I mean, you're just drowning. Oh, the Hammer Brothers do.
Oh, that is very nice to find right now.
Too bad it's the first world. They're gonna have to. They may want to conserve that for later, obviously, but very nice to have whenever it's needed.
And Alan did pick up a hammer, not the hammer suit, but a hammer from the end card spade game.
And Alan this time does pick up or get the kill on one of those wrenches, on one of those rocky wrenches. Now is he gonna... oh, he fell. Oh. And at this point, it's a good thing he picked up those extra 1-ups because he's under 5 again. So now we have sync airship stages here, air raid stages, I guess you could say. Will Zodiac get through in one go? He has a mushroom, so he has a good chance to, as long as he doesn't fall. Alan has to be a little more careful. Get to the crate in the middle of the stage.
One advantage of this stage right now, this used to be the fastest auto-scroller in the game. Oh!
He has to get out of the habit of hitting pause, that just loses more time.
Alright, Zodiac has gotten through. Uh-oh. That is 6-5 with boss.
That is a boss pass. Now we can despawn it and make it irrelevant here, which is good news, but yeah, they're not going to go back to the start of that stage. We're just going to do it from the back.
Alright, that's 1 for the boss bass counter.
One big fish. Ah, ah, ah.
Thank you, Count Von Count.
You're welcome.
That reminds me, Count, didn't you see, actually, no, I can't talk about that as much as I would like to. Never mind.
Okay.
TheAlanHeffley has taken out Boom Boom in the Air Force.
Yeah, that was a difficult stage for TheAlanHeffley, but he did persevere, he did get through, and onwards to the next one. And we have 2 ice stage entrances, one which Zodiac just did, the other which Alan is now doing, the other which Zodiac has shown us for the first time.
Oh, Zodiac chose one of the other bad stages. This is 6-6. This is one of the iceberg stages, as I call them. But it's, as you can tell, it's a mini maze, kind of complicated floor patterns, and it's just, ugh. And don't forget about the pipes of woe near the end.
Or the bloopers.
Yeah, especially with the bloopers here, and especially if we get Venus flytrap spawning, like, right
like
there!
That. And this fish is being... Okay, he was gonna be a little temperamental, but he went away. And that... Oh, there we go with the fish. And through.
Oh, Alan lost his tail again, has to go back.
And Zodiac gets through his stage. Now a stage up on Alan. Going to the fort, and this is the World 3 first fort. The door 6 fort, I think I've referred to, which is because you go in door number 6.
That is correct.
We'll go number 5 if you want a fire flower.
Yeah, the tricky part, get the fire flower, then make sure you don't fall in the water.
Ah, it was easy. Zodiac got it. And that's a dead Boom Boom.
Alright, Alan, trying to bring a Koopa shell up to expedite the process. I'm concerned about how long he's held that shell, though.
He just let
And
go,
lost
and
the flight.
destroyed it.
Now here's the thing, he doesn't necessarily need an ice block or a shell in this case. The enemy set is kind right now. Just needs to keep the tail.
And he just has to get through the Koopa. Don't hit. There we go. Oh, he can lose it now. That's fine. He's through. And what do we have in Zodiac's card game? A hammer, a fire flower, and a P-wing, it looks like.
And now the first airship stage, as Alan recharges again on extra lives. Again, not necessarily a bad idea.
And these ships are so much faster when you're not auto-scrolling. Hey, Lemmy! Having a ball? Oh, we have a dead Lemmy. So we're not going to know how many bops it is because we killed it with fire.
We know it takes at least 3, though.
Correct. Ooh, that was close by Alan. He just dodged that blooper baby. And there's Little Bertha. Or at least that's how I refer to it. It's the one that doesn't eat you.
You mean from the actual big fish, or the baby it spits?
The big fish.
The big fish is Big Bertha, actually.
Oh, okay. Oh, Boss Bass, Big Bertha. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Ooh. World 7. Yeah. And
I was referring to Alan's dodging, and he just took a death at the end of that stage. Oh. And oh, hi, Angry Sun.
Okay, 610 is long enough to potentially allow for the Angry Sun to cause a problem here.
And it's the second time we've seen Angry Sun show up. That's the first time we may actually... Yep, there it is.
So the reason why I was reacting to zodiacdredd earlier is basically the first pipe he took in Pipeland would have took him to the southernmost island where you have to beat 2 stages to get another pipe. Here, you just need 1.
Ah.
Well, we have to go through the big island anyway, apparently.
Yep. And welcome to 5-6.
Parabeetle bypass. The one auto-scroller free stage that I wish stayed an auto-scroller. Oh, TheAlanHeffley gets sent back.
Well, Zodiac does get through the Parabeetle freeway and does complete it. And Alan is making I think this is his 3rd attempt now at water torture. And that Cheep Cheep is kind of What is that Cheep Cheep doing?
I don't know, just chilling?
It's just going boing.
Everything's going boing. Even Mario's going boing in 6-3 on Zodiac's side.
Oh, Alan's not having good movement with that blooper right now. That blooper nanny. Oh, avoid. Oh, yes, he got through. Good dodging.
Alright, Zodiac.
This time. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you take it right now. Zodiac's just overworlded.
We're at the fort. Normally this is the abandoned Fort Knox, but he goes to the Piranha Plant stage to see what's in here first. We know that it's vanilla Piranha stages, so to speak. Pipe stages here.
Oh, Alan taking another death, going to the other stage.
Oh!
2-1, Mortar Motorway, nice!
With an angry son and a Koopa Troopa boxed in there. Oh! You want power up? No, you can no has.
And right now, zodiacdredd being railroaded into Carpet Fort 6F3.
And Alan took another death via Flying Goomba.
So, right now, Alan does want to get through 2-1. Another Angry Sun about to activate right there.
Yeah, there it
Has
is.
to just play carefully.
You shall not burn me, angry son. Success! And Zodiac gets another orb.
And Alan just choosing to use a hammer, not even enter door 6. But honestly, I would have considered using a life, checking out what the fortress was, and then making the decision.
He probably just feels he's behind right now and wants to get to the end of this as quickly as he can. And he knows he's also down to 2 lives, so he could game over. And he's back to the start of the world.
That is true. Ooh, Zodiac found the path as enters 1-5. So, if our runners do get a game over, any fortresses and hammer bros that are taken out, they stay taken out. All the other stage tiles, though, have to be redone.
By the way, we can now confirm that it was 3 bops.
It is actually kind of nice to know whether the Koopalings are generally strong or weak per seed.
Yeah, this was normal. This is Windows Technical Support. We believe you have a virus. What is that doing in here?
Also, I like how Zodiac ended up going from the future to the past. Apparently, we are now playing Sonic CD in reverse. This is 1.5 beta.
It is. That just looks really weird in beta form. So Al is now solving the puzzle of the pipe maze. He's in the pyramid.
So that was the skip stage. Thank you for showing that, actually. Zodiac is... Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, being leafless, Alan has to go through the stage with the Beatles, but go ahead.
Zodiac found first fort, doesn't need to worry about breaking the lock, and gets a Lakitu cloud for his trouble.
I think that Goomba just despawned on Alan's side. And look, Angry Sun!
No! Alan jumped! Hammer Bro jumped!
That was a big jump.
Yeah, that's not the time when you might as well.
At this point, I wonder if he's better off just taking the other 2 deaths and doing a strategical game over to make sure he has 5 lives. Moving on, I just wonder if that might be a good idea for him at this point.
Well, Alan hasn't beaten any stages in World 7, aka 2, yet, so it is potentially possible, but that is... It is technically a time... is that a time save or a time waste here? Hard to tell. Either way, Ludwig has gone down for Zodiac Dredd, and I did not keep up with the counts.
I think it was 3 or 4. I didn't keep up very well either, but my logic behind taking the strategic game over is you go into a stage and take a death, and it takes a few seconds depending on the stage to get the death. So you might lose about 15-20 seconds, but if you go through, you complete a stage, you game over on the next stage, you have to redo that stage.
Very fair.
At that point, it's the lesser of 2 evils.
Oh, Zodiac has plenty of hammers. Excuse me, and is able to just bypass all of World 2 pretty much.
Yep, not much going on here. Just go through the pyramid, aka... Wow! No boss pass, but another angry sun. Why do we have such a high angry sun count today?
I don't know. I usually keep up with boss passes, not angry suns. Partially because even when the angry sun does move, it's usually a non-factor. So yeah, that was 3-8, and TheAlanHeffley now going through 5-6, but in the other direction. He is not going to be happy when he realizes this.
Yep, he's doing his own trip up Pyramidal Freeway, and he is at the end. He went up when he should have gone down, but he goes through the pipe, and he is through. He just has to avoid some spinies, and he's good.
And Zodiac Dredd with another hammer. He spent 2 and got 1 back.
I was like getting a 50% discount.
And Alan has learned the bad news. Alright, end of World 2, Morton Koopa Jr., and it's a Quaking Koopa.
And 2 hits, 3 hits, that's it.
I think the fireballs, overruled the 3rd hit there, so it was 4 or 5 total.
It looked, no, he had gone upright and the fireballs were still being fired. I think it was just 3 hits.
We will eventually get that confirmed on Alan's side, but in the meantime, King is wondering, you talking to me?
Nope.
So you're not talking to me. Okay.
I'm talking to your little friend.
Gotcha. Let's talk World 3 now. I cannot do that voice anymore.
I was your voice you were going for, but good effort. So, P-Wing in the first Hammer Brother fight of World 3. Zodiac bypassing the end card game. This is a World 5 fortress. This is the land fortress in World 5.
That is correct. Some actually just call it land fort or ground fort since it's the one on the ground when you compare it to actual World 5.
And we have another dead Boom Boom. TheAlanHeffley is going to pick a box whose contents will help him on his way. It is just a fire flower, but given that he has 2 frog suits and 2 P-Wings, I'm sure something more expendable is appreciated.
Also, this is a very short World 3. We are definitely leaving 1 fortress on the table this time.
Yeah, but there's always going to be some levels we never get to see, and this is definitely an example of that. And Wendy has 1 bop. We have a hit Mario. Ooh, 3 bop is good.
3 bop is very good for Wendy. No one wants to deal with her any more than necessary.
No, a 5 bop Wendy in a convoluted room, that is torture. And the good king saith, "Oh, it's terrible. I have been transformed into a human."
Why do the kings like the transformed states?
Maybe it's certain special powers, I don't know.
And of course, Peach was just sent a letter saying that she didn't mind being kidnapped by Bowser. Go figure.
Yeah. She likes big turtles. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, sometimes the best defense is a good defense?
Maybe.
I don't know. Ice Fort for Zodiac Dredd.
Yeah, this is the second fort in World 6, so that we're in right. And he's already found his way to a fort on the first stage of this world. It looks like World 4. So it looks like the pipeline off right next to it.
Alright, Alan has completed an end card game. Next time he loads up a board, it'll be a brand new one, unless, of course, he manages frame-perfect timing to get the very same board. In the meantime, time for the Muncher run.
Yay, Munchers! That's going backwards. That's not good work for him. This is dangerous.
Very dangerous. Has to lose damage. No, he doesn't!
Oh, he made it. And TheAlanHeffley takes a death in the 1-5 beta. And the Muncher Highway has been passed, and we need to fix that timer a little bit.
So for those wondering about the tournament, you can head over to the challenge page and see who is in the tournament. You can head over to speedgaming.org/SMB3R to see who is up next. Not everyone has their matches set up yet, but they will, and those pages will let you know when it's time. In the meantime, Zodiac Dredd in the army stage, or the tanks stage. Wasn't expecting to see that at all.
The tanks come when you least expect them.
And that's why you don't expect the tanks. It doesn't end with Boom Boom, it actually ends with a Boomerang Bro.
Okay, so we are in the first fortress of World 6 right now, and Zodiac is taking the damage boost route to get through in a little bit quicker. Almost takes a nap from a dry bones there. And waits for the mushroom and gets it. Alan has defeated Boom Boom once again.
Alright, question from chat. Are warp whistles allowed with the current flag set? Not only are they not allowed, they're not even available. You have to go through all 8 worlds. How you do that is entirely up to you within the game's logic, but it has to be all inbound. You cannot do any you cannot do any wrong warps to the credits in 7-1, for instance.
Okay, Alan is working on, I believe that's Ludwig right now. 2 bop. We have a coin chip for Zodiac. 3 bop on Ludwig. And that is a 4. Meanwhile, Zodiac dispenses with some Hammer Brothers and collects a prize. The Cloud will be very, very useful for him.
And World 4 has the World 4 airship, which is... Well, in this case, it's spicier vanilla than normal because this used to be the slowest auto-scrolling stage.
In any case, we have a vanilla airship. Brad? And one bop, and we have a dead Koopa Kid. And that had nothing to do with the Starman. The Koopa Kids were never expected to be encountered with the Starman, so, needless to say, they were not programmed to die by.
Ironically enough, Bowser does react to being hit by the Starman, but if you were to hit him with the Starman, and it ends up being more than one hit while he's going up, then you softlock yourself. Also, speaking of 7-1, here it is.
And meanwhile, the king just brought up an ad from Google. Google is trying to get us to buy hammer suits now. Yeah. And welcome to World 1. That means that World 5, which I think is the only one we have not seen yet. So that means we're going to go World 1, World 5, then World 8.
And zodiacdredd doesn't want to see World 1 at all. Just, that was 4 Lakitu clouds, and then he uses a P-Wing for good measure.
I guess it's the last chance to really use the clouds. You don't expect to find too many stages you have to do in only 3 stages total you can actually clear, and the fort you generally have to do at some point because you're going to need to open the lock.
That is fair. And this is probably as good a time as any to go for a recap. Ooh, as Alan takes an unfortunate death. So, we started in World 6, and we had a nasty combination of stages to go through.
Several ice, too.
Yeah. And, go ahead, Cyclone. World 1 airship on World 1.
Maybe I should start saying Proa.
But yeah, we had a nasty set of stages. We had to deal with 7-4, 7-6, the Air Force stage, 6-5, 6-6, and that was all in World 1.
And apparently it's snowing in World 1 because the king wants to build a snowman.
He may want to build a snowman, that doesn't mean he can.
He should move to Ice World. He'll have lots of luck there.
Hey, this is our first hand stage, Cheep Cheep Chase.
Hands!
At least the Cheep Cheeps aren't causing problems. All hand stages will give us the same power-up at the end. Tonight, it is...
Ew.
Mushroom.
Yeah, that's an ew. Oh, Alan got quaked. Ooh. That's a game over. Fortunately, it's a quick path back to that. He's going to have to redo the pyramid stage. But he should be able to get back there quickly. He's going to get another item for the Toad House on the way.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, but, well, hopefully the frog suit helps.
Okay. Oh, Zodiac just had a fish appear, materialize in front of him just as he hit the goal. That, a little bit earlier, that could have been bad.
Boss bass fish or different type of fish?
Little fish, the baby bass.
Alright, not a big deal then, as, Zodiac enters 1-3. We can gain another item here.
Will he do it, though? Ooh, that Fire Brother had a weird sprite glitch there. And he is holding the shell, and I assume he's pushing down to go for the item. There he goes.
But the paratrooper still wants a piece of him.
How rude of him. One toot on this frog suit will send you to a faraway land.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Fortunately, you can't toot a frog suit, so...
I don't even want to know the implications if one can.
Yeah, me neither. And Alan returns to the Koopa fight, much more equipped this time with fire. And succeeds with the fight.
Looked like it was 3 hits in the end. Alright, Zodiac.
Welcome to the Ascension stage.
Yeah, this is one of the few stages that is vanilla because it has a special exit that takes you to a completely different map.
Now there is one potential difference with this stage, and we saw this in a seed last time I was on comm. Actually, you can actually end up entering and get the exit of the stage instead of the entrance to go up. So you could actually be through the Ascension stage in one map.
Alright, TheAlanHeffley now in World 3. And, alright, good decision to go through the fort.
Ah, underwater fortress. This is World 3, second fort, I believe.
That is the second one of World 3. It just takes a little bit to get through without the frog suit, but Zodiac is doing... honestly, sometimes not all runners like dealing with the Boom Boom with the tail, so no harm, no foul here.
And just for some swag, Zodiac hops up on the block and then hops down for the orb. And card game, when he decides it's worth the effort.
This is one of the last chances to actually go for it. I don't believe the end card spawns at all in World 8.
I thought it did, that's news to me.
Well, I certainly know that there are no no toad houses in World 8.
That's true.
Though speaking of items, 3-7, it's another stage where you can get an item, but this one takes a bit. You have to go to a secret coin heaven that was just above Zodiac's side. Ooh! Wendy with the surprise hitbox there to take Alan out.
And this time he goes in raccoon form. I mean, it is a, I guess he's trying to connect with Wendy's softer side by going as a cute cuddly animal. It's not working, she's still throwing candy. Yep. And there's his third hit, and that's it. And that's the World 7 airship on World 5, which is actually our 7th world.
And apparently I had missed the second Koopa Kid that caused quake powers, because, well, looked like Roy Koopa was a bigger hopper that time.
I think that was a full 5 hits too. Did I miscount that?
I think it was 4.
I may have kind of thought I saw a hit. Maybe I missed it.
But yep, Zodiac is now about to enter the Valley of Bowser. And, Alan, that was the wrong item. He just wasted a cloud by mistake.
Oh no. Yeah, he was bonking a little bit on the ceiling. I think he's aware of what he did. And welcome to the Navy, which today, or the Army, which today is an Angry Sun 3-9. Or 6-9, rather. Yeah, 6-9. 7-9. I knew it was one of those.
Yeah, this is the Blue Maze Special.
Yeah.
Not exactly a blue plate special, certainly not as delicious as one. Oh, and... Alan, I'm sorry, but pausing will not save you when hovering like that.
Oh, Angry Sun has been dispensed with. But that's another Angry Sun on the count today. You have like 6 or 7 Angry Suns. Go ahead.
Apparently I had missed 1-4 on Alan's side.
Yep, that's where he was. Zodiac going through his first pipe experiment. It takes him to the lock. And he's out of hammers, so he uses a anchor and fails. And goes back to do the Navy, which today is... Hot Trot Fort.
You know what? Not the normal name I've heard of, but I can certainly go with it.
Yep.
Especially with what happened there. And, actually, according to Chad, Zodiac actually used a P-Wing directly, not an anchor, but...
Oh, I thought it was an anchor. Oops.
If it was an anchor, that was just unfortunate luck. Ooh, Alan cutting it close. If it was a P-Wing, then both runners having a minor mental breakdown, but they're recovering.
Yeah, it's just minor, not that big a deal.
And okay, chat is confirming it was an anchor that randomized to the P-Wing.
Yeah, I thought it was.
And okay, I have not done this yet, so who is another one we can use? Big John! This is the World 8 Fort!
Who can we blame this time? Are we blaming Big John?
That's what I just did.
Big John!
Shoutouts to him, he is an excellent commentator.
And I heard him... Oh, go ahead.
Is Zodiac getting the fast P switch? Nice, go ahead now.
And a nice boom boom kill, so he is going to unlock something. And it looks like it's that lock. Oh look, hands.
Zodiac does not want to deal with hands.
I just hope it's on the other side of Hand Bridge. I hope that's the way through. Oh, it could be. I think he's realized it.
There is technically one other pipe Zodiac could have gone in, but first, we are being dragged into 2-3 boss battle!
No wonder the hand won. Man.
Oh, but Zodiac's not done yet. Again, Boss Bass recovers, and he's hovering right now!
Yep, it's 5-second Boss Bass.
Roughly, but seriously, he's hovering! Okay, he's back to normal. Oh my gosh. Cheating fish.
Here. Watch a Koopa Shell take out Boss Bass repeatedly. This is somewhat satisfying. That fish is stuck there. I have never seen that.
That's never happened before? Wait, this isn't AG to Q?
No.
And
getting handled with a frog
Zodiac was prepared. Sorry.
Yeah, getting handled with a frog suit.
And this is definitely a beta level.
Ooh. I recognize that block combination. I think it's based on 4-6 from my understanding. I'd have to take another look to see better, but here we are in another boss battle. What is with boss battles being on the hand stages today? This is 7-2. With boss battles, this won't be fun.
Exactly! zodiacdredd realized it!
Oops.
Alright, Zodiac should be fine.
Should.
As long as he's careful. Careful!
Yep,
okay, in the clear.
He's clear, unless there's a boss battle on the final map. Which there is not.
I don't think that map can have any enemies,
can't.
actually.
It can't, you're right. And this is the World 4 Final Fortress.
Yep, Donut Fort. But here's the question. Will this fortress take us to the final map screen, or do we have to go through 8-2 and 8-1?
Well, if it does go to the final map screen, at least we know Handbridge was not a waste. Oh, and now it takes another game over. Okay, moment of truth. Are we on the final area? Yes!
Handbridge was required, and we are back in the Navy.
You're Navy.
I'm not doing it this time. I gave it last time.
I'm not even gonna do it. You might probably know anyway is in the Navy, and that's about it.
What you do there is you just make up three lines that, you know, rhyme with something. Cause the vanilla lyrics were sail the seven seas, put your mind at ease, and something please. I don't remember. Anyway, Navy's done. Let's invade Bowser Koopa's
You certainly do sail the seven seas. I mean, it's a bit of a Red Sea, but it is a sea. And whatever Zodiac went into Bowser's Castle with was a Hammer Brothers suit I can see on the replay. He unfortunately took a hit and lost the Hammer Brothers suit. So no hammer for Bowser today. And doing the clip through. Want the Starman for this. And he's going the long way, he's not taking the shortcut path, which is interesting.
There's one valid reason to take the lower path. Oh, and that reason has just been taken out! There's a power block right here. But we don't know if it was going to be a Fire Flower at this point.
Oh well. And hello, Turtle. And time to duck in position.
I still don't know. It's interesting how games were programmed back in the day, just being able to practically hug Bowser like that.
For whatever reason, they decided that the lower half of Bowser did not have to was something that players would never bother trying to experience. And needless to say, they were wrong. It can't be pleasant down there, that's all I can say. Anyway, we do have our first finisher. zodiacdredd has crossed the finish line. And he does finish with an official SRL time of 49 minutes and 11 seconds for the first race. Get your GGs in chat.
Because this is going to be a double-header race, we are likely not going to bring our runners in for an interview until both races have concluded. So right now, we are going to cheer Alan on and hope he's able to finish.
I'm just trying to remember what world he's on right now. Where was this stage located? I don't think we've seen this stage on Zodiac's side, have we?
We haven't. This is our first time seeing 6-2. It was found... I think I know where this is. This was World 4 on the map. Basically, Zodiac and Alan took different ending paths before entering 6F1.
I see.
And, yes, Elastoid, I know the HUD says World 5, but that is because this is the 5th world in play, even though it's World 4 in-game.
I think that's more to help us than anyone else.
Yeah, fun fact, the older versions of the Randomizer did have the world number changed to the actual in-game number, but it was changed partially to make some things a little easier for us commentators.
Yeah, and I remember seeing the initial rounds where that was exactly how it behaved. So yeah, this was a change that I believe was designed to help us, so that way we know he's on his 5th world, even though it's not actually World 5. And we have another turtle going down. Well, whatever you call Boom Boom.
Boom Boom is a Boom Boom that has gone Boom Boom.
Did he do the Boom Boom?
I don't know. Boom Boom.
Oh. And welcome to the World 4 airship once again. And actually, if this is World 5, then this is not a vanilla airship.
However, World 5 was on the World 4 map today, which,
yeah,
in this case, World 4 airship on World 4 map, that counts enough as a vanilla for our purposes. And to clarify something, I forgot to announce this at the beginning, our runners are doing 2 races today. They started with Tournament Group Flags 1, but there are always 2 flags that our runners can choose to enable if they so wish. One is Random Mario Color, and the second is Random Music. And now, Alan having to take the long way around. This is 3-9. Complete with the letter H.
Yep, this randomizer seed is brought to you by the letter H. Stay tuned for our next one, which will be brought to you by the letter T and the letter Q. Maybe.
At least it gets through.
And we play cards once again. 10 coins, a 1-up, a star, and a star. We have a match. 20 coins and a mushroom. No match.
Ah, that's where our hammer was. And Alan uses it.
Ooh, the ominous music here.
Ah, taking the sands of shame.
How shameful.
But then which path? Ah, the path of riches.
The path of least resistance. And up the pipe. Ooh, barely hung on to that ledge at the end. And here we are in 3-5.
No P-Wing to go through this time, but the tricky part's right here, where it gets a little crazy with the Electros and current.
And hey, one up. He says no thank you. Oh, blooper babies, and he panics and floats into a jellyfish. Look at all those P-Wings. He chooses a frog suit.
Well, this is one of the better levels to use a frog suit on.
It is. He's trying very carefully here.
Did that Cheep Cheep just fall suddenly?
Oh, yep, that's the second time it did that. Did on the last one too, but you saw it dropping down from the top instead.
I didn't realize fishes had portal guns now.
Yeah. They Bowser decided they needed new things to use. New toys. More blooper babies. And
that fish was coming down! Wow.
Oh yeah, look at this on the replay.
Oh, Alan is in a precarious position.
This is all bad. Bonk. Fortunately, it moved, so he had to take another shot without hopefully finding it on the. Yep, no water this time. He could have done it without the water this time.
Did that Fire Bro just literally jump over Mario?
Yes. Yes, it did.
I'm surprised.
Let's just say it was a good moment of judgment that was led to by a poor decision of not getting out of the way when Mario came to stop him. So in other words, it hasn't really gained any intelligence.
Fair enough. And okay, looks like we may end up having an interview right now, so let's... ZodiacDredd, GG, you got through game 1.
Yes, I did. Wow, that was kind of a doozy. That first world kind of threw me. Was it World 6?
Yeah, Iceland had a kind of a tricky set of levels to go through.
Yeah, and I was just trying to get items to get through it.
Yeah, Alan kind of struggled with that setup, which is why he's where he is right now. Just took care of the third hand stage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I felt like after that first world, though, I kind of got my legs under me. I just picked up the pace. There were some real quick worlds in there. What was it, 3 and 4? Real quick. Because I did the double hammer in World 2.
You did have those hammers, which helped greatly.
Yeah, and then I realized I had a bunch of clouds, so I just clouded through World 1.
Yeah, we saw that. We noticed you didn't do it. You want to stay in World 1 at all.
Yeah, I was like, well, because sometimes I forget to use items, so I was like, oh yeah, I should probably use these, and then, yeah, well, let's just skip World 1. But I don't know, I got a sub 50, so That was really good. That's kind of what I was shooting for, so.
With the way this seed played out, sub 50 is a very respectable time.
Yeah, especially after that first world, yeah.
Yeah, Alan had a little difficulty as noted, but he also had game overs later on when he ran out of lives in other worlds, so he didn't have a little bit of difficulty with this in general, I think.
Yeah, the stage selection was kind of trolly. There's definitely a few tough ones in there. World 8 was real trolly, too. I was like, yep, I know I'm gonna... It was either the Hambridge or I had to play 8-1 and 8-2, so it was like, of course.
Yeah, that's just the nature of Rando at times. But at least you get to relax for a little bit while Alan tries to finish this up, and then you have group flags 2 to deal with right after.
Yep, the back-to-back.
A lot of the races in this round have been going back-to-back as well. I think just the odd one that hasn't, probably due to time limitations on the part of certain runners. But most of them have been back-to-back, I've noticed.
Yeah, fun fact, one of the non-back-to-back ones was actually done by TheAlanHeffley, who managed to get a win against Olicat.
Nice.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think I called that one.
Oh yeah, I remember that race. That was a good race. That one was close.
Yeah, I think it was decided by 3 minutes.
Oh,
Alan!
Well, we found 5-9.
Yeah, Zodiac, I think you had a hammer to skip some of these levels.
Yeah. I had just enough hammers. I think it was... I wish I had like one or two more. Because I kind of... Usually in these seeds, I usually play one end card game, and then if there's hammers in there, I'll just try to farm for them, but I didn't get... I knew they were the stars, so I didn't get a chance to get it, but I figured I had enough hammers to get me through.
Well, speaking of hammers, Alan is back on the end card game.
And we have a star and 20 coins, no match. Finds another star, gets a match. Mushroom. Another mushroom, it's a match. Flower. Flower, match. Flower. 20 coins, no match. End of game. What do you pick up? There's a hammer. E-wing. Frog suit.
And thank you for that, Alex Trebek.
You're welcome.
Please tell me you understood where I was referencing that.
I do.
Good. Glad to know I'm... No,
Unfortunately, we're not dealing with cars here.
Well, we are dealing with a lot of give and take when it comes to these levels. Maybe I'm stretching the jokes a little too far here. So, Zodiac, do you have any other thoughts for how this seed went, or do you just hope to relax a little bit before Game 2 starts?
No, I'm just chilling. I kind of like flag set 2 a lot more, because there's a lot more stuff with the overworld and makes it more exciting in that regard. But yeah, I'm kind of rusty. I haven't played in a week, so this is kind of like my D-Rust game, so it's good it was a tougher one, so get me kind of warmed up here.
And another stage that was
Ooh.
skipped, the quicksand stage.
And no angry sun. So many angry suns, but not in his main stage today. Ooh, Nipper.
And we've only had 3 boss passes from my count, 2 of which were on Handbrake.
That's about what I remember. It might have been one more, but those are the 3 I remember. And that's a death. As soon as you see a pause, it's just a bad habit. Nope, don't want to die. Gonna die. Darn. So you get a P-Wing over that mess.
I think Zodiac did that as well, I want to say.
Yeah, I usually use P-Wings on airships. Just because you can go for... Well, it makes the stage a lot easier. It makes the fights easier, and then you can go for the swag wand grab at the top of the screen.
Swag.
Except my TV cuts off the top of my screen, so it's really hard for me to line it up. Gotta get those swag points in.
Yes, glorious swag.
So, will we see a frog suit kill?
I thought about it. After I lost the hammer suit, I was like, should I just take a death and throw on the frog suit? I was like, nah, I'll go for it.
Roy Koopa managed to cause problems. Alan has to spend another P-Wing.
Roy, why do you have to do that? Now, he probably should... Correct me if I'm wrong, if you run to start off to get your P-speed on the ground, do you maintain it in the air, or do you still go slow like this?
Yeah, you can... If you're running up... Yeah, if you're running, you get a little speed boost, but you will slow down. That's why you see a lot of runners, they'll touch down and run a little bit on platforms to get that speed back up. Otherwise, yeah, what you saw them just do, you just kind of float there. It's not the quickest route, but...
By the way, it was 5 hits on that boss fight.
Thank you. So now Alan has to go through the kinda chaotic World 8.
After being honest with the king about his sprite size first. And the princess says, I like being with Bowser, as Mario goes to rescue her from Bowser.
Mario Cannon is strange.
There's gotta be a reason she gets captured by Bowser all the time.
Oh well, at least Alan is equipped to deal with the Blue Maze Special. Just has to be careful.
You probably should have kept a Koopa shell for the Angry Sun shortly. I guess he grabbed another one coming up here. Or fireball it and let the Angry Sun basically harass him. That's also works. Yeah, the block doesn't do it.
I thought the block could take out the Angry Sun.
I thought it did. I would have thought it does too. Apparently that one doesn't want to. No, it went right under it. It went right under it.
Yeah, blocks take him out, but sometimes the game doesn't like it and it'll just clip through him.
It also went under him from what I saw in that replay, so he didn't actually directly hit it.
And no hammer, Alan, and
It doesn't go there anywhere anyway, so good thing you didn't have to waste the time.
but he did spend the frog suit, and I don't know if he meant to do that.
On this stage in particular. Maybe he thought that he'd be able to hop in the lava on the Navy and then forgot, oh yeah, the stage is different.
But the pipe was used in the wrong...
You can't duck here! Oh!
Yeah, that's the...
Oh!
So, fun fact, there is a flag you can turn on to make all levels frog-friendly, just to deal with cases like that. But that's not turned on for this flag set.
Oh, he has to do Boom Boom Small. He had trouble with the stage. If he takes a death here, this would be bad.
And for the record, the frog suit was turned on before entering the fortress. Actually, before entering the warp pipe to get back to this place.
So Alan collects another orb and proceeds to the other pipe. Heads down the pipe. And welcome to the Dark Maze. Vanilla Fort. Well, actually, yeah, that's a Vanilla Fort location.
That's why I was cursing, well, not really so much a curse as it is just a yell of a person, since I do not want to give Fred too much chaos. He has done an excellent job programming this, and I want to make sure that he is appreciated and respected. All this means is, next time I am not commentating a match, someone is probably going to go, Wolfman! Whenever a vanilla level shows.
Nah, that's okay. We can just find someone else to blame. I mean, let me see here. Who would be a good person to blame? I already said Proa. Let's blame LOZ. That seems like a good option.
You do not know my history when it comes to seed rolling. I am usually blamed for a lot of them.
You think you have a problem? You should have seen my first Final Fantasy rando.
Now, I generally... I have seen some races for Final Fantasy Randomizer, but that one's a little hard for me to follow, so...
Let's just say that within 4 minutes, people were already mentioning my name on commentary and laughing.
I'm afraid to ask what sort of seed you generated that day.
I'll play the video sometime.
In the meantime, Alan has learned of the vanilla pipes and has to go to the unlocked path, and, welcome to Handbridge. And immediately, Alan sees the boss bass.
And I don't know if you noticed, Zodiac, did you see when you got to the end of the stage when you killed one of the boss passes in the breakable pyramid, as I'll call it? Did you notice that the boss pass got stuck in the pyramid area?
No, I don't know. There was a lot going on, and I was just like... trying to get out of there.
The game did not like something. Let's see if it happens here. It might happen here too if we're lucky.
Boss pass is
maybe
not... Yeah, not high enough.
Because my Warpless brain took over and I wanted to do the quick pipe, and then I was like, oh no, there's too much going on here.
Okay, I'm seeing that he does get stuck floating if he dies too high, so that's apparently normal behavior. Hey, hand number 2. We should have played the hands game today. We could have gotten a perfect 6 out of this.
Anyway, I want to say this is 5.3 beta. It's going to depend on how the pipe works down below, but I think
That's
this is 5.3
beta.
because, yeah, it heads around. I am so thankful they changed this up so that we actually have Karibo's shoe here.
I think they just had the new enemy idea that was developed late, and they just thought, you know what, we need to put this in somewhere. Let's get rid of the water. Let's put it in this stage. But essentially, they did that stage backwards after that.
And I am so thankful they did. Ooh! Blooper Baby almost causing problems.
That's what Blooper Baby does. If you are Blooper Baby, you cause problems. It's what you do. Not going for the ad on that either.
And yeah, that was 6 for 6 hands.
Everyone, show your hands! Oh, he is lucky he did not get eaten. But that's gonna need some precision jumping, so hopefully he doesn't need the double somewhere.
My concern is he may hit the invisible 1-up block. Oh no, he fell!
Like I said.
Yo, Boss Bass claims a victim.
Yum! Fortunately, he was able to skip the stage on the second trip through, so onto the fort. And this is a do what you want, do what it wants to, Hotfoot.
Or as I've been calling them lately, the crazy feet.
Ooh. Yeah, that boo is not very friendly.
Oh! Alan activated the P-switch!
He can still get through with that, that's fine. And that... Oh, that Hotfoot thankfully got out of the way. And there's another one. And...
But that's the Roto Disc!
And
oh no.
No more hand. Okay, good. And he has to finish the stage, even if he has a cloud. I didn't see if he did, but even if he has a cloud, he has to do this stage. Oh, he has 2 clouds.
But clouds are pointless at this point.
Yeah, you can't use them now. From here on, the rest of the stage he has to do are cloudless. Gets by the roller disc this time, proceeds to the boom booming boom boom, who booms boom.
Boom 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 boom.
And there's the orb boom.
I don't know, I can't speak boom boominese.
Orb?
I am going to be so tired of Orb by the time I get to GDQ again.
Yeah, we're on the Navy again.
Insert your fan lyrics here, chat.
Now you're gonna encourage me to come up with something. Ooh, that's a shrinkage.
The bomb's trying to wear Alan down.
And one final boom boom. And one final orb, and this seed is one Bowser away from being finished.
And Alan is going for Frog Suit.
Ribbit. And failed.
Oh, lost the footing and fell into the laser. Not much you can do there.
Yeah, once you're falling on top of a laser, you're done. And you got a disc hit there. So this takes away the clip, but he now has to deal with a Boo who is getting a little too close for comfort.
Yeah, Boo on the candelabra, or I think that's the term. That's one of the worst things to deal with when going up the Rotodisc stairs.
Not going for the power-up, he's going to go and just do the small. Granted, he doesn't have to duck, so very, very doable small. And ladies and gentlemen, here's Bowser. Oh, he's not gonna stand under Bowser. This is a different tactic. It'd be a lot easier standing under Bowser.
It may be easier, but I don't know if Alan knows the trick.
He does.
Yeah, that proves it.
Crush me again, you impudent fool. Oh no.
I can understand why Alan did that, wanted to make sure that if Bowser aims the fireballs diagonally down would cause minimal problems. Just like that.
And we should probably wish ZodiacDredd good luck on his next race and send him to get ready now. So, GG on the win, ZodiacDredd, and good luck in the next race.
Thanks, guys. Yep. See you there.
With that said, we should go make sure the next race is ready to go. Let me first record our reference. TheAlanHeffley's time. He finished with an official SRL time in second place, 1:21.09. Race number 1 is completed. We are going to go ahead and get the room reset and recorded for the next race. And then we're going to get that race started. So what we'll do is we'll take a few minute break here. A few minutes, I said. And so we can also take a little bit of a break while we wait for the race to get started. And then we'll be calling that second race for you. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned for more on the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament.